Are you sure you're ready?
I doubt it. But he don't know that. Do-da-do-da-dee. Huh.
I was going to go out and work cleaning out my garage. It's
Really?
it's too dang hot out there. 94, 95 degrees.
Then we got 91
Oh,
today.
we're live. Oops.
Yeah. What's up, people?
I heard my voice in the background. I'm like, oh no.
Well, good evening, B. Charming. What life you got mail? Chris S. Frog. Heroic Prepper. Hello, sir. Sassy Cat. I need to get her up here one time. Sassy Cat. Dana B. Oh. Now, folks, I'm sorry if I seem out of it right now. I just waked up. Almost overslept. Almost overslept from my own stream. Ain't that something?
Well, I miss my premieres all the time.
I
I'll
can,
set a premiere and then I'll go out and do something and I'll come back and like, oops, too late.
oh, well. What's done's done.
Yeah. Now live that'd be something different because, well, it doesn't start unless you push the button.
Well, now. Sassy Cat, you can always cut your camera off. How's the weather been up your way?
Hot, no rain again. Everybody, and the thing is, there's other people in other places in Ohio that's getting rain, and it gets to me, and then it and goes
Stop.
on past me and starts raining. Uh, Yesterday it was 70% chance it was going to rain here. Um, as it got later, it toward the morning time, 60%, then 50, then it 20, and then it's not going to rain.
Well, now, the reason I asked, I can't remember if it was today or whatever, but they said, I want to say Central Ohio was catching tornadoes big time.
No,
Wasn't there? Oh,
that
well.
was that was a week or so ago. We were getting tornadoes. I
You
don't pay attention to those things though.
you mean to tell me the news is that late? About a
It
week
could
late?
be.
Hmm.
See, look at this. 20 minutes, very hard rain here in Central. I'm in Central. I'm not getting any.
Uh,
More
just
Eastern though, but still no rain. I had to go out and water again. I seen the clouds in the distance were nice and dark, but they never made it here. So I'll have to go out again tonight and water.
mm. Well, just hold on. It may rain before this week's up. You got a couple of days left. Right. I woke up before the sun did this morning, and I walked out and doing a little bit of checking here and there. And it's right. Coming up's right. But now,
Grace, we don't have mountains in Ohio. We have hills. And that's about it. I don't think there's maybe down the very southeast area, there might be a little bit taller, but not really mountains. Well, it depends what you call a mountain.
Anything over 1,000 feet high. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna hush up.
Yeah, hills. Now, when I see mountains, I've been through Arizona, Nevada, Colorado. So those are mountains.
I agree,
You
they
come
are.
back east, that what they call the Appalachian Mountains. Those are hills to me.
Well, the Appalachian Mountains are the oldest mountains in United States. But I do agree with you. The ones out in the west, they be some mountains out there. You can be
Oh
at the
yeah.
bottom. You can be at the bottom. It'd be about 80, 90 degrees out there. You get to the top, it'd be snowing.
Yeah, there's when at the bottom of the hill you see a trail going off to the right with a bunch of sand going uphill. That's a mountain because that's where the trucks go when their brakes go out. They ride up them pits of sand.
Have you really looked at them things?
Oh, I've been there. Wasn't driving, but I was a passenger when the brakes went out.
You
And
better,
that's all you got to do is you're
yeah.
going 140, 150 miles an hour in a big truck. That whole thing is like this, and you hit that, and and
You
sand goes blasting everywhere.
better be buckled up because ones up here has got what I call speed humps in it right here. It's like a washboard thing. And I don't think I've ever seen a truck to the end of one yet. Now it'll stop maybe about halfway, but
Oh, these
and
these these are pits that 6 feet deep of sand. Once you go in, you don't drive back out of it. It's like
oh yeah, I
it's
know.
either that or you're going to end up eating a mountain somewhere because you're going extremely fast off them big mountains in Arizona and Colorado, Utah.
Well, one of the bad things about that is they're spaced so far apart. I think it's about a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile apart up here, if you're lucky.
Apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are just at the bottom of the mountain.
Oh no, these are all the way down the mountain, and I've seen trucks pulled over on the side where their trailer tire was on fire. Grace Johnson, I'd love to have a good mess of okra and squash. Don't look like I'm gonna get none this year.
Yeah, my okra is probably about 2 feet, a little over 2 feet by now.
Damn, they still babies in.
Hmm. The
Cause
dang cucumbers keep flopping over top of them, and I have to keep trying to get them up, go up the trellis. They keep going down.
do you have what?
I'm getting 10 pounds of cucumbers a day out of that 3 cucumber plants. 3 seeds has made that much
You better
cucumber.
learn how to start canning some.
I did. I've already canned 8 pints, 9 pints. Now I'm gonna do relish,
Pint,
huh?
pints of quarts.
Pints.
Mm. Shit. In this household, but just between me and the wife, we'd go through a pint a day. You know, It, I mean,
Uh, I did bread and butter pickles.
that's what she likes, bread and butter. I like
Yeah,
the deal.
yeah. I'll probably end up because there's thousands of flowers. So if every one of them flowers gets a pickle on them, I want to end up with 200 pounds of cucumbers off of them three plants. And it's because I've got the trellis like going like this because it in the past it worked good because I could look in on the end and I just pull the cucumbers off from the
Right.
inside. But it's grown over and then back and forth and it's coming over the sides and I'm having to dig in there and look and finding cucumbers.
Big Charming, my wife loves cucumber salad. She'll
Yeah, I'll probably make some of that up tonight too.
four cucumbers, onion, some I can't even think of it.
Vinegar.
Yeah, it's vinegar, deal weed, and miracle whip. That's what it is. That's but now she's got a thing in there now that don't have the onions in it. To me that's good without the onions. I cannot eat raw onions. I will not eat raw onions. So let me rephrase that. But the stuff that she makes up to go in there, I want her to make some up so when we go to a steakhouse, I can use that as a salad dressing. That stuff's good.
Yeah, I when I can my because I use coconut sugar because it's better for you and whatnot than
Yeah.
the crap that you get at the store now. Because believe it or not, the sugar you get at the store is just not sugar. Even though it says sugar, it's sprayed with chemicals and funky stuff.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been eating that Walmart sugar for years. Okay. I went to Piggly Wiggly and bought some sugar up there. I put, I don't care what nobody says, y'all ain't drinking it. I am. I put 2 cups of sugar to a gallon of tea. Okay. I put 2 cups of Piggly Wiggly sugar. Dude, I had to make 2 gallons out of it. That shit damn near took my head slap off.
Well, the coconut sugar is really dark. It's brown. So my pickles, my my bread and butter pickles look it's dark. Here, I'll go get one real quick.
Uh, I got a recipe in my cookbook that makes dill pickles a gallon at a time. You don't can it. You mix everything together and once, good Lord.
See how dark that looks?
Yeah.
But they're really really good. Oh, here's a pickle there, and I put peppers from the garden in there too. Sweet peppers.
Now, now do you,
I've got a sweet pepper that is about 18 inches long. I'm thinking about entering that in the contest because I know I would beat everybody's peppers. And I didn't do anything to these. I didn't, I didn't feed them extra or anything like that. It just it's huge. Uh, the plant is about well, the plant is about oh almost 2 feet tall, and
Darn.
the pepper touches the bottom of the ground and curls back up. That's how big it is.
Well, now you know the onions I showed you the other day. I was planning on planting them yesterday. They ain't got in the ground yet, but I've got to get out there and put them in the ground. I've got oh two of the Valdalias, and the rest of them I can't even think of them. But like wild onions, out in the yard. Now them I can eat, no problem. Yeah, the taste just don't knock my head off. Now my wife, she'll want me when she starts running or getting a little bit under the weather. Will you go make me an onion sandwich? I look at her, I said, as bad as I hate damn onions, you're gonna have me go in there and make you one.
Hmm.
And I'll take it in there and I'll fry it up a little bit, put mustard on the bread, put the onion.
Oh,
Man,
ugh,
she eats it.
icky mustard. You're okay with the onion and frying it, and then you had to ruin it when you was talking about putting mustard
Well,
on it.
now
That, that
coming up,
that'd be almost bad as putting mustard on a tomato sandwich.
yeah, I'm not a mustard eater. Okay, coming up, we used to go get hot dogs or cheese dogs all the time, and it got to the point you couldn't taste the hot dog, the chili, the slaw. You couldn't even taste the bun on account of how much mustard they put on that thing.
Uh,
And that right there, that's what broke me. Letting somebody else put mustard on my dogs or hamburger. You know, I want just enough on there to where I can taste it, but yet at the same time, I taste everything else too. You know,
mhm.
a spicy brown mustard's pretty good. I can deal with that.
There ain't no mustard good.
But that baby shit looking mustard, I ain't crazy about it. Oh, excuse me, that
E-
yellow mustard.
Even though there's mustard seeds in here.
Well, now that's different. You know, and if you drinking a drink and you get a mouthful of mustard seed, you can spit them through the straw at somebody. we My kids were youngins and everything. My son got me on this. Sweet tea with a straw and a little bit of lemon on it. Well, my son thought it would be funny to fill my straw up full of lemon juice. So when I took that swallow, that's all I tasted. Man, they got a kick out of that.
Yeah. The new thing is that like McDonald's and Burger King, they have that little packet of barbecue sauce or hot mustard or something.
Yeah.
They put they put the straw through it and then put it in the drink, and they go up there and, and get a big old mouthful of that
You
barbecue
know,
sauce or whatever.
I hadn't thought about that.
Oh
I
man,
have
that's
not.
that's the that's the main prank now.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Dixie.
Oh no, she's mowing the yard. So,
Oh,
I get a little thing of mustard, put it in the straw and put it in her cup of whatever. Oh, she gonna love me on that. Oh Lordy. But do you remember coming up? There was, oh God, so many games that we played as youngins. You know, the Foursquare, believe it or not. played badminton. We played croquet, so forth
What
like
was that
that.
tetherball? Is that the thing with the
String on it, you wrap it around
yeah,
the pole. Yep,
yeah.
we played that. But two of my favorite games was baseball and kickball.
Mine was football. Even though I was real small and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but mm,
I remember one time this was in the 80s. We were at the park with it was a bunch of CBers that was local to Phoenix. And um, we went out and played football for the day. So here comes a group of guys coming over, and they said, "Do you want us against you guys?" And we said, "Yeah." And uh, we started playing football, and we were getting smoked so bad it wasn't even funny. And we were up, and I went over to the quarterback, and I said, "Look, I'm over here in the corner. And nobody pays attention to me because I'm just a little scrawny looking dude. Just throw the ball to me. I'll make it into the end zone." And he said, "Okay," because they ain't got nowhere since then. They threw the ball to me, and I ran all the way for a touchdown. And um, the two guys that were trying to tackle me thought, "Whoa, I'm going to get a good tackle." And right when they were going to tackle me, I juked out of the way, and they went flying by. I made it all the way um, to the um, to the touchdown end zone, and to find out we were playing ASU, Arizona State University, and the one of the two guys that I juked out was going for a Heisman that year. And after that, that's the only touchdown we got, because every other time I had three guys covering me the whole time. I made a few more catches, but yeah, there was more interceptions coming my way than anything because our quarterback was not very good.
Lord, now baseball. I went out for Little League. Evidently, my coach had something against me at that time. And believe it or not, I was quiet and shy. Okay. I know it's hard to believe. But there's one thing I could do better than anybody else. I could throw from center field. I could throw the ball to the pitcher and it not hit the ground. And for a youngin', that's pretty damn good ways. And I hated center field with a passion. I either wanted shortstop.
It was better than right field.
Well, I wanted a little bit of action. But you're
Well,
right, right field.
center and left is the action.
Yeah.
Right field is where they put the bad catchers because it's very seldom that you get right field
But
or
what
hit
it
right
was
field
is,
unless you're left-hander.
before the game was over, me playing center field, my arm got tired, wore out. You know,
You need a better pitcher then if you're getting worn out.
well, shit, it didn't take me about 5 or 6 throws, and I was already wore out. But I asked the coach, I said, "How come you always put me in center field? How come I can't go somewhere else?" He said, "Boy, you need to lose weight." But I could also hit, I could hit the hell out of that ball also. I could I could hit further than I could throw it. And we
Well,
was
hope so. You're supposed to be able to hit further.
Well, we was in Lexington, North Carolina, and we was at a ballpark. Just a bunch of street hoodlums playing baseball. And we got one guy up there. He said, "Oh, this boy he don't know how to hit. He can't even hold the bat in the right direction." I knocked the glass out of the building, and they were closed. So that ended that game for that day. I was bad about hitting parked cars, knocking windows out. It got to the point they wouldn't let me play no more. It was costing too much. And then football come along, and I've got a problem. I've had it ever since I was born. And doctor told me I could not play football for school or nothing like that, but I could play backyard football. He didn't see the harm in playing backyard football. I thought to myself, evidently this doctor ain't never played football before. And yeah, back then, we played, whoever had the ball was it. That's who everybody was after. I loved that.
Spare the Gen Z.
Yeah, let's put it like that. But now, don't get me wrong, I've been hit so damn hard, I've had to lay down on the ground there for a few minutes before I can get back up.
Oh yeah, I've been hit. Well, I actually hit so hard that it broke the face mask off the helmet. Knocked my teeth through my bottom lip here.
I've done that roller
or below my lip, and I had to pull my lip out, and I jammed them back in and kept on playing.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't be able to do that because blood is bad and everything. But you sat on the other side of me when blood's coming down out of my face and my white uniform is all bloody. They went. They didn't want no part of me, and I was the smallest one on the team, but I was the meanest.
I can understand that. I really can.
Yeah, when I played baseball, I unfortunately had a coach that got me throwing curveballs before I was ready, and it threw my shoulder out.
I don't know.
I had
back then
supposed to get a surgery done. And I actually threw a strike on Ken Griffey Jr. If you know,
I got his rookie card, and I got his first MVP card.
If it's a score rookie card, it's about $1,200.
I don't know, but I've got practically every one that he had when the first 10 years, 15 years that he started playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I give it to my son. He's got all the hell. He's got the Michael Jordan baseball card.
Yeah, I've got that.
But
unfortunately, that pretty much tanked.
Yeah, that was more of a flop. Well, baseball cards is like stock markets. I spent $15 and bought that card. And I think about a year later, it got on up there. Now I think it's worth about, $10 now.
I was going to say, I think last I looked, it was about $4, but I don't know what the market now.
Well, I've not.
I have 22 of them because I used to deal with sports cards.
We got Foot Locker, a metal Foot Locker, and it was slam packed full of cards. And I'm talking complete sets. You know, well, I got tops. I've got I can't think of, but it's about 4 or 5 different ones in there.
Mm.
And then when they started coming out with the hydro,
Holograms.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got a couple of sets of those, and I don't think that box right there has ever been opened. You know, hell, I knew who I had when I bought them. You know, everybody that played baseball was in there, and
Yeah.
that's when they
Unfortunately,
first started out.
baseball wasn't the money cards. It was football and basketball. Well, in the 90s, basketball was the thing.
Well,
Um, there's
yeah,
a set called Classic. It's of them in college, of before they get to the NBA, and I've got some of the big stars from the 90s before they made it
yeah.
to. But unfortunately, that the market on sports stuff crapped. There was
That's what the
the
hell it is.
LeBron James one card. There was only one
Yeah.
of them, and these packs came in suitcases that you could buy it, and you'd open up a pack, and each one of these cards, you pull out a card, it's 10,000, 100,000. The LeBron James went for $750,000. It's probably over $2 million now, and
Well, now,
that's in this time period now. The older cards are not. There's some that's worth money.
if you really want to get into the money cards, find you some baseball cards back from the 1800s. You know, and
Mm,
yeah, I remember.
not so much anymore, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, there's the one card that is the oldest card, and it used to be worth hundred thousand. Now it's I think it's at 40,000.
Damn. They better hurry up and sell out before it goes to the bed.
Oh,
But
it's already past that. I'm just hoping it turns around eventually when everybody gets tired of the woke sports.
well, it's not going to turn around till people get back into baseball. Baseball ain't as big as it used to be. And I really hate to say that, you know. And I want to say when baseball cards first started coming out, they came out in packs of cigarettes. I may be wrong with that, but that was way before they started putting bubble gum in there.
Yeah, I
You know,
I I even tried some of that bubble gum
oh God, no,
from the 70s. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead," because I had the packs and I was opening up trying to find something. And
yeah,
somebody said, "Go ahead, eat the gum, eat the gum." And I tried it. Um,
it came back out quick, didn't it?
it just turned to dust.
Yeah, we Do you remember? Well, I'm pretty sure you do. Used to baseball players chew tobacco on the field. And it got to the point that everybody was complaining. So therefore, it got to where they was chewing bubble gum on there. And it was the great big rolls of bubble gum that people were out buying. You could pull it up. I want to say what, 2 foot of bubble gum in a roll, dude. my neighborhood, 2 foot of bubble gum lasted about 10 minutes if you was lucky. Because once you got some, every other kid wanted some. The you might have played this game. I've played it very, very seldom. Well, there's a couple of them. One of them called Kick the Can. And I think that game is kind of big up north. Kick the can.
That's a southern game.
I thought it was a northern thing.
No.
Okay. And another
Kind of
one.
hard to kick the can in the snow.
Well, it's kind of hard to kick the can when it was full too. And another one was a round ring that you chase with a stick.
Yeah, Jeff, you can. Now I wasn't around in the 1800s and stuff.
Well, no, I wasn't either, but still,
You coming up with the things they used to play with the wagon wheel ring in a
Well,
in a stick.
now you got to remember, hell, I lived out in the country. Okay, there wasn't nobody around for miles. I had to amuse myself. The first time I saw it was on the Western, and I thought, hell, can't be that hard. So I got out there, and I think I played it for about 20 minutes, and that's it. That's the stupidest damn game I think I ever played.
Yeah, I don't. We played different games.
But
once I found out what female was, that's the only game I had on my mind.
man, this is way before
spinning wheels or kicking cans or anything.
This was way before I was ever introduced to a female. Okay, like that.
Well, I remember living with my grandpa, and the nearest neighbor, which had a granddaughter there, she was it was about 6.5 miles away, and I had to do chores, which nowadays when you tell your kids to do chores, it's like taking the trash out or washing a dish or something. Back then,
chores like it coming up.
You had to get a hoe and do the weeds in the garden, which the garden was acres.
That seems like fun.
And bring water in and chop wood and all that fun stuff. And then I got to go to the neighbor's house.
Or go pick up the dead chickens out of the chicken house and, walk them or go milk the cow, Yeah.
Well, I did that at the neighbor's house. I milked the cow.
Now, you got to remember, my daddy was a mountain man, okay? You see mountain men on TV, that was my daddy, all right? I mean, I've seen him clean possum. I've seen him clean raccoon. I've ate squirrel. I've ate rabbit. I prefer to have the gravy, though, and so forth. And the very first gun I had, I think I was about 8 years old. It was a Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, I didn't. I went straight for my first one was 12 gauge.
Well, see, my best friend
learned how to use it real quick.
Yeah.
Because I had shot his 22 all the time because I went and got squirrels and whatnot. Because to me, there's no sport in shooting a squirrel with a shotgun.
Not now, it ain't.
So I would always use a 22, and then he said, "Well, it's time for you to upgrade." and my first one was a single shot, 12 gauge. He had me shoot a can, and it knocked me flat on my back. And I was like, "Holy crap!" And did you hit the can? That's all he wondered. Did you hit the can? I got up and looked. I said, "I don't see it, so I must have."
We now before I got my Red Rider, I made my slingshots, homemade slingshots.
Oh,
Okay, dude, I can knock the damn can off a fence post. I can put a great big red cherry on the back of your leg. Ask mama. Yeah, accidental that was. And I've even shot snakes in the head with a slingshot. All right. And then I got the BB gun. Then Daddy, he bought me, like you said, it was a single shot, 12 gauge. Now, I did not know the heavier the gun, the less the kick. This thing was lightweight. And I'm like you. It knocked me back quite a few feet. And hell, we went what we call bird hunting. We shot every damn thing out in the woods. And it got to the point, I'm sorry, I didn't. Sorry, dude, I did not see you. How long you been waiting?
He's been back here for a good 45 minutes.
That's a damn lie.
I didn't even know you had I didn't even know you emailed me. I was just checking my email, and then I seen you had emailed me.
Yeah, I said, what, you got mail? And then that's when you come back and said you was camera shy.
I could have swore he said, "What are you doing, Will?"
I thought he said that's what he said too.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say the mail. I thought he said, "You doing well."
That's my fault. I didn't see it.
Look, y'all gonna have to get y'all shit together. And what? It ain't no excuse for you getting a Southern slang dictionary.
I think they banned those. We kick the can.
It ain't called kick the can no more. It's called pick it up and throw it at somebody.
Was it the Twilight Zone that they had that kick the can? The Twilight Zone movie.
I don't know. Hell, I remember seeing that damn game in Westerns. What you talking about?
Oh, who was that? Anyways, they'd go out and start kicking the can, and then they'd end up young again. And then they all wanted to be old again because they didn't want to go through life, and they already done it. They didn't want to do it again.
Grace Johnson, you gonna write that book? Hell, man, you'll be on the phone for a couple of months.
And is it showing the bulldog on y'all's end or a blank?
It's a blank.
Yes, they must have found the bulldog offensive.
Let me check on.
We're dying over here.
Yeah.
Sassy Cat wants to know: has anyone played Barley Wax?
Barley Wax?
Look at chat.
Let me see.
I don't know. You have to explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
If I played it, I didn't know I was playing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Maybe they have a different name for it somewhere else.
Now, wait a minute. Sassy Cat, what state are you in, first of all?
Ohio.
Oh, no wonder I ain't never heard of it.
Well, that doesn't mean that's where she's from. She might be, but I don't know.
Dana B, when I went to the beach, I wasn't kicking no cans. I was lucky if I could stand up straight.
And I think a lot of it has to do with like a lot of things in life. It's regional, or if you grew up in the city versus in the country. The
Yeah.
things you
Exactly.
did to occupy your time.
Now, Grace, I'm pretty sure she sounds like she's been in New York for most of her life, but um, stickball in the
Yeah.
city, you play stickball.
Yeah, we played that down here. Stickball. That's
And it's a little bit different in the city than in the
well,
country.
yeah, but that's because we couldn't find our baseball bat. So,
Yeah, well, there's different versions of stickball in the city too. One's a very physical one.
so was mine when you got pissed off. And Grace, I love her accent. Now she's got a good northern accent. I like listening to her talk.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't if you cut her off on the highway or something.
Hey, I got a daughter. You can't tell me nothing I don't already know about that. I've been on the telephone with her and she start cussing somebody out up one side and down the other. They'll get in her lane and go 5 miles slower. Or
No, their drivers in New York are very vocal. I'll
so
just
or
I'll just leave it at that.
there's quite a few of them down here that are very vocal.
Yeah, but not with a New York accent.
Well, now I will give you that one. I will give you that one.
Yeah.
Down south, when we tell you off, we're a little bit more cordial about it.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen somebody's TikTok and nobody understood it. She was pretty much telling the person off by saying, "Well, you guys already know what it means."
Yeah.
Somebody says, "Bless your heart."
Mhm.
There's quite a few phrases
Yeah.
in there, but right now, bless your heart's the only one I can think of. But trust me, it ain't nothing nice. You could say it real nice, but hide and seek in the woods. Susie D, you played hide and go seek in the woods.
uh,
I'm not saying nothing.
The biggest difference with the games played now versus the games that I played as a kid and y'all played is that ours didn't require a controller and electricity.
Exactly. You exactly right. Ours was more physical than it
Oh
was.
yeah.
there was no sitting down on a couch inside. You was outside.
Yeah. If you had to
Man,
stay inside, it was a punishment.
Oh yeah.
you right. Either that or it was raining so cotton picking hard, your parents wouldn't let you go out. And
Yeah.
like you said, it was still a punishment.
It would have to be like a tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lightning. It's okay.
hmm
There's less chance you getting hit by lightning if you keep moving around.
Or like if you stayed in the city, they say make sure you're home before the street light comes on.
Yeah.
No, there's a few times I didn't quite make it home before the street light come on. And I got reminded very quickly what that saying meant too.
We because there was no phone, so you couldn't call up your friend and say, "Are you over there?" Or you couldn't text everybody and say where they were. So you had to get on your bike and go to everybody's house until you found where there was a bunch of bikes. Oh, that's where everybody's at.
Yeah.
Yep.
But on the way over there, you jumping ditches, you popping wheelies, and believe it or not, you can do a burnout on a bicycle too if you do it just right. I mean, and then shit, it'd likely be 5 or 6 of you with bicycles just riding around the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's the thing that's surprised me a lot. Except for I have seen bikes are starting to come back, but unfortunately, they're the e-bikes.
Oh, bullshit!
And there's no pedaling. You just on this electric bike, which I wouldn't mind having an electric bike myself, but
not now.
Well, I mean, I would rather drive at the store and have a backpack full of groceries and then drive around my vehicle.
Oh, dude. Chris S. Our tornado sirens are going off in Illinois near Wisconsin border. Duck and take cover.
I know a game y'all probably hadn't seen nobody play in a while. Horseshoes.
I got 2 sets in the barn out there.
They play the bing bag thing now.
Cornhole.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Have you seen?
I love a good game of horseshoes.
Have you seen some of the people play cornhole? They look like a cornhole. I'm sorry. I mean, damn, horseshoes, that's when you get old men standing out there with a can of beer in one hand, Bill overalls on, and barefooted.
Yeah.
And when horseshoes come close to their feet, they start dancing real damn quick. And then they laughing at you. But, yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have it at the park. They used to have them at the park when we first moved down here.
Yeah.
The pins and everything there. And it was all dug out from years of playing and whatnot. Nowadays, it's done gone. Nobody plays it anymore.
Shit, we used to make, what do you call that? Like a little box, and we put sand in ours. Like that. Yeah.
You didn't want to run around chasing the horseshoes.
Hell no. I mean, as a kid, and you were around a bunch of adults playing horseshoe, hey, go give me that horseshoe over there. And then after you get mine, No, bullshit.
That's what the kids was for.
Yeah.
I know that after I had beer. I know that after I had mine, and shit, y'all think the remote control is new? No, hell no. In my household, my mom and daddy had a remote. Hey, boy, get up and change the channel. I don't like what's on. Turn the TV up a little bit. How you expect somebody to hear that? I was the remote.
Nowadays, you're so spoiled on it. The batteries go out, and you're like, how in the hell you change the channel?
Hey, wait a minute. I can vouch for this. I've got a TV in the bedroom, okay? And that's a shame. I don't watch it hardly no more. There is no control on that TV to turn it up and down or to change channels with.
None at all?
None at all. The only thing I got on there is a button on the bottom to turn it on. That's it. And
all mine have. And I got this one a couple years ago. It's not brand spanking new, but it's one of the smart ones. First thing I done was took out the camera and the microphone.
Well, now, for a long time, and I still got it. That's what I got in my room. It's a 42-inch TV. Okay?
Yeah,
it's LV.
Actually, 47-inch.
I don't give a damn. But I thought it went out one night. It just blew. So I said, "The hell with it." The wife was at work. I wasn't go. I wasn't going to sit home and not watch TV. So I called the company up and I said, "Y'all got any TVs?" Said, "Yeah, Mr. Bear, come on up here." I went up there. I got a 55-inch TV. Come home, my wife got pissed at me. I said, "The TV blew up. It went out." She got to laughing, hooked it up and turned it on, and it played. I said, "What the hell?" She said, "The power cord?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "It come loose from the back."
Wow.
Yeah. So now we got the 55-inch TV in the living room. At least I can see the words going up on that TV. So, but
Yeah, I got looking at this TV, and I'm like, that's not for the remote. I wonder where that's for, because you can see where the remote sensor was. So me, I took it apart, took the back off, and there was a camera. And I'm like, why is there a camera on my TV? Whenever I'm watching TV, somebody's looking at me. I said, "Oh, hell no." And I took a soldering iron and I removed it. And I'm like, what do they have a mic on here for? And I got rid of the mic too. I took soldering iron off to that and done away with them. I think I have them sitting around here somewhere.
Now, you also got to remember this. While you're watching TV, somebody's watching you. And if the TV
not anymore, they're not.
Well, if the TV is cut off, they can still watch you.
Oh, yeah. It's
just like your cell phone.
Yeah, it is. I do not put the cell phone in the bedroom, and the TV is I can't think of who made it, but it's also a smart TV.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the ones that have the cameras in them.
I've got a piece of glass sitting in front of it to where can't nobody see what I'm doing in there. The 55-inch TV is a smart TV. It's also got a camera in it. I don't care about that in hell. Nothing ever gets done in the living room anyway. Now, the 42-inch that I've got, that was before they started coming out with smart TVs. So I ain't worried about that.
Well, all of a sudden you get called saying that your carbon footprint is too high. They know they've been watching you go back and forth in that living room farting.
Yep.
No, I don't have to go back and forth to the living room.
That's the one you said you ain't covered up.
That's a quick way to ruin your social credit score.
Who gives a shit? But it sure does help when you're standing in line at Walmart.
Oh, dude. Oof, I don't think nothing can help that process.
You need to go shopping with me then. I'll clear that in a heartbeat.
I was next to somebody that was checking out. They had milk, which I don't know why you buy milk at Walmart, but beside the point. They had milk and a few other things. And I had my stuff, and she's in front of me walking through, and, "Oh, can I check your receipt?" And the lady said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, you didn't ring up your milk." And she said, "Yes, I did. It went off and says that I got the milk." And they had security come over there and everything, and to find out that it just didn't print on the receipt. It was there. The money was taken out and everything. And they made it look like she was trying to steal a gallon of milk.
Oh,
they've asked me. I mean, sometimes it's no bother just to give them my receipt as I'm walking out, but sometimes I just don't. I'm not. I just want to get out. And can I see your receipt? And no, goodbye. And I keep on going. I'm polite about it and everything. 90% of the time, they don't say anything and just
No.
keep going.
Now, Sassy Cat wants to know how can you find the cameras on smart TVs?
If they're on, you can use your camera on your cell phone because it'll you can see a light,
Okay.
and that's how I seen mine, and that's why I took it apart and I looked. Oh, why is there a camera there?
We
And a mic, so they could see and hear. I'm not saying that's what it was. I don't know if there's something they got planned in the future to where you can communicate with somebody else on another TV somewhere. If that's the case, this TV is useless for that. But
Oh well.
yeah, but we old school. Who gives a shit? I prefer to talk to people face to face than I had anything else.
Jeff,
What?
look at it where we're at right now.
Yeah, we're well, y'all face.
We're face to screen.
Yeah, you know. And on my cell phone, hell, I can hit it to where I can get screen time or not. So, to me, a telephone is a tool to make appointments to go talk to people, or real bad news or real good news. Other than that, well, hell, I can't talk that damn much because there's been times I've been on telephone talking to a girl, 6, 7 hours at a time. My daddy gets so damn pissed off, he'd be trying to call home. Man, man, man. Busy signal. Oh. Y'all hang on a minute. I'll be back. I don't hear the lawnmower running.
All right.
Check, see if 101's going live tonight. No,
And
I hadn't seen anything.
it's interesting. This topic is I like watching the the old school style like documentaries where they show like that one I sent you, gym class in the 70s or
Oh,
this and that. I watched one earlier today on my lunch break. It was games of the 70s, and it just told what kids did, in the 70s and stuff. And one of the things is that's what you said. You just ride around till you see where all the bikes was. Oh, they're over there at Tony's house. That's how you knew.
Yeah. Because most people didn't have phones. If you did, you didn't use it to call somebody else because chances are they didn't have a phone.
Or if you did have a phone, it had a 3-mile cord on it.
I remember back then there used to be a big thing about long distance companies was always trying to get you to switch over to this company. And I remember it was very, very expensive to make a long distance call.
Oh, hell
So if you had to make a long distance call, well, if it was an emergency and you had to call somebody, but you didn't want to spend the money, you do a collect call and say it's from, grandma died, and then they get the message, oh, grandma died. The collect call is from, and it would say grandma died, and then the family would know, oh no, grandma died, and then they would come over, for the funeral or whatnot. That way they did, because long distance calls were really expensive. you had to be rich to sit there and talk to somebody
Yeah.
for more than 2 minutes on the phone.
Yes, Sassy Cat. I remember them days. I hated them days. Taking showers in school with the other with the class. Double Dutch jump rope. I haven't played that since I was a kid.
Jump rope, that's a good way to stay in shape.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we played that one. I always liked that one. Especially if it was somebody you didn't like told you to come over, you try to knock their shoulder off.
The musical chairs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Duck Goose.
Yeah.
Marco
and it outlawed all them.
Oh yeah. Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh, the dodgeball.
I mean dodgeball, not the one to where you can only hit them in the ankles.
Bullshit.
Well, that, or I would say that was the way it was when my kids. I would say my middle kids started getting to that age, and that was the rules, that you could only hit them in the below the knee, which technically is more dangerous than pegging somebody in the head, because you take out somebody's legs, their head's hitting the ground.
True. But I love that sound when that dodgeball hits them square in the face.
Yeah.
We could throw it as hard as we want to. They told us just don't aim for the head intentionally.
Right.
You would hit somebody so hard that there was those little marks on their face.
Yeah.
You've been tattooed.
A little while anyway. I damn near got knocked out on account of that. Somebody hit somebody. I swear to God, I believe they kicked that damn ball. But
you hear that boom, and you can hear the ball when it's flying. It almost sounded like it was going boom.
And
you didn't have to be blind to hear it either.
What was that movie about the dodgeball?
Oh yeah.
What, was it called Dodgeball?
I believe it was based on a true story.
If you can dodge a ball, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah,
that's a good way to think about things in life, you know.
Rummy, I always got my ass beat in rummy. That up.
I used to love playing rummy with my grandma.
Yeah, spades.
Spades. Has anybody ever heard the game called hand and foot?
Hand and foot?
Yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Is that it?
No. It's a card game. I think.
I'm trying to think of the. Dang it.
Ping pong.
I don't think I ever played ping pong.
Really?
No, I've never played ping. I played beer pong a couple of times.
Who won?
Hey, at that point, once the game goes so far, I think everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
And I would like to say it that I think that me and a group of friends invented that game in Vegas, but it wasn't the way we used the ping pong paddles when we first started doing it. So it was even harder when we did it, and we would hit the ball until it landed in one of the cups, whichever side it was.
Have you ever seen those guys do professional ping pong?
Oh, hell yeah. You can't
the Chinese guys?
Dude, that will blow your mind how fast they're serving it back and forth. You know, they start off slow, but they it's unbelievable.
and they're standing like 5 foot away from a table.
Oh, I've seen some get back 15, 20 foot and just going
Oh
at
yeah.
dueling it.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the arms move, but you can't see the ball. You know, tick, 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 like that. Forrest Gump ping pong.
Yeah, he beat all the Chinese.
They played me to play ping pong, and I liked it.
Could you imagine Forrest Gump and the one that played Sling Blade playing ping pong?
Are you a fan of fried taters too, my friend?
Oh, hell.
Oh man.
Pong on the first Atari system. I got that game. I even got the Atari game.
The original one?
Yeah.
I beta tested the first Pong, so I got all you guys on that one.
Oh yeah, great.
I actually played both sides on the two-player because they give you two paddles with it.
Well, hell, it was so damn slow you could play yourself.
Oh, I did it for 18 hours, and I think I got just tired of it and let it.
Well, a minute, that didn't come out right. Now, Grace Johnson, she was a mean little girl. She done what biggest part of the guys did. She get a magnifying glass and set some ants' asses on fire.
So she may have created the first fire ant.
You know what?
What was that? I watched a documentary on it, but I can't remember. It was the Nintendo. It was like the World Series of Gaming they had like in the late 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
88. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that, and the guy he owned. I guess it was like he played in it or something, and he had versions of the game, but it was specifically made for that. It was
For
that
the
special
tournament,
edition.
yeah.
Tournament game. Yeah.
Those are worth big bucks.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tournament edition games.
Yeah.
Back when they still had games, you put in I imagine they don't do that now.
No, it's all downloaded.
Pour salt on snails. Did you ever do that? What?
What's that?
Pour salt on snails.
Shoot, no.
Oh damn! How about you, Bush?
Nah, I didn't really do any of that stuff.
I didn't really see many snails where we lived in the country at the time.
If I wasn't staying with my grandpa, it was usually with my dad, and we were working. I was on the carnival, unless he was in jail or something, then I would do normal stuff, I guess.
Sassy Cat, I've caught a whole jar of them and turned them loose in the house. Mama got so damn mad with me. I thought it was fun.
And what's that? The same things like lightning bugs?
Yeah. Fireflies, lightning bugs.
You don't. I don't know much about them, but it seems like I used to see them a lot more as a kid than I do now. I very seldom even see them, and if I do, it's just one or two, maybe.
Well, they've been around here quite a bit. Usually, what really drives the cats crazy is when one gets in the AC and gets shot through in here and flies around. The cat's going trying to get at it. What is it? Yeah. What is it?
Well, good evening, Miss Mountaineer Mama. I hope you have had a good day today. But do you remember the roly-polies? The bugs, when you touch them, they'd roll up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they were good spitting them through a straw, and they get stuck. I'm still gonna try that ketchup, but I'm gonna do mine with mustard at the end of a straw, and then put it in somebody's glass.
Mm.
Well, I'll have to get me a different co-host for Monday. You might not see Jeff around for a while.
I may be incapacitated.
Dixie's going to get him.
Oh, you know
And it,
she.
and it might. I don't think it's so much the bad taste; it's just the shock. You know,
Oh yeah.
expecting to taste one thing and get something totally different.
Well, hey, look, damn, we all do 101 like that.
How do you do that?
No, I can't see doing 101 like that. I'm liable to die of lead poison with him. But,
Make sure it ain't a paper straw. Those things are horrible.
get you one of those glass straws or whatever and kind of taper the end of it. And then put the pack of mustard on it and then set it in the drink. Damn right. Mountaineer Mama, there's you a good idea right there. I know she's a prankster. She's got to be. You can do one of your grandkids like that. Paper straw, I can't. Well, I didn't think bottled water was going to be a big hit either when they first come out.
Well, look at the
That's
water.
what my granddad said.
Look at the water you have to drink now. In my area, we're still under boil alert.
Mm.
Still,
There's a place here in North Carolina where they're on a boil alert.
well, this is from the train. Even though it's not in the same water table, they said, well, just in case,
Oh,
we're under a boil alert.
here, go ahead.
No, we're
Oh.
under a boil alert.
Here in North Carolina, it's down around the foothills. There is a lake, and I cannot think of it. It is so much human waste in that lake. A septic pipe busted.
Mm.
And they will not let people go swimming or fishing in it. And it is a huge recreational lake. And I want to say, and I cannot see it, if you drink water around that area, they want you to boil it. Hell, it still don't taste like crap.
Mm.
I mean, no, no, thank you. And what the hell are they doing running damn septic pipe through a lake like it to begin with?
You'd be
You'd be
surprised what's
surprised.
down there.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
What they run through places.
Now, I've drunk water where people have died in it. I didn't know it at the time.
Mm.
Come on, think about it. How many communities get water from a city lake?
Well,
Quite a
when it
few.
rains, it goes through graveyards too.
Oh yeah.
Damn, thanks a lot, Bushcraft. I never thought about that.
Just a little extra calcium.
Yeah, along with some other stuff.
Yeah, you know the things.
Well, look at the Lake Mead. All the barrels of people in that. That's drinking water.
Yeah, it is.
Lake Mead is.
Yeah, they were finding they were finding like a body a week out there, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder Jimmy Hoffa, they dug him up.
Imagine
He went
he's in
missing
the
up north though, didn't
yeah, he's in the east, northeast. Well, I'm not saying I know.
There ain't no telling.
It's just you hear
Somebody
things.
knows. I don't know if they're still living, but somebody knows.
Oh yeah. Well, I think the person that knows or knew where he was is no more,
he? Yeah.
because that's why he still hasn't been found.
Well, I hope the documents weren't in that facility that you did the story on earlier.
Oh man, there's so much stuff. Oh,
I
I
could
was finding
imagine,
all
man.
kinds of stuff. Yeah,
A lot of the stuff that we want that we've got questions to, I imagine.
oh yeah, stuff that happened to about Kennedy, not his assassination or anything, but the stuff that was going on at with Cuba and Russia and that stuff
Yeah.
it was supposed to be in this vault. Um, their stuff is supposed to have been Watergate stuff, all kinds of stuff, Area 51. But that's the thing, you really don't know. Um, like the email I got from a distant relative that said they used to talk about every once in a while, that they had to clean up, and they would get these boxes of ash kind of stuff, and somebody would swoop in, no, 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 you can't see that. And they'd be ushered around saying you can't go back in there. And even
That was in
the
Missouri,
ashes
correct?
of stuff was guarded.
That was in Missouri.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I was getting so many comments of people telling me about their stories about their grandfather or their relatives that they wanted to be buried in certain cemeteries, but they couldn't because there's no record of them being in the service. So they had to.
That's sad.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories about that.
That's worse than the actual other top secret stuff, that people had to go through that with their own family.
Yeah. And that and the poor janitor that was supposed to have been the cause of this fire, all these years, and his family's been dealing with that stuff, but they're saying it. And I found it weird because it said the fire started in 5 different places. What other thing that we just heard about started in 5 different places at the same time?
I
Exactly.
mean, it was
The
in
thing in
Canada.
Canada. That's what got me looking into it. I'm like, this, yeah, there's, just go digging in that and into that, and it's a, you'll sit there for hours just reading and reading different stories.
Well, now there's a whole new set of fires done started up in Canada also.
Oh, there's always fires. There's always fires in California and stuff. It's just
I'm surprised California's got trees. you know, yeah,
It's
I mean,
all the laws and stuff that they got in place that prevents them from being preventative out
yeah.
there. You can't cut down or you can't clear out anything.
yeah. Well, you can probably clear it out, but you just can't burn it like we do down here.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's talking um when a fire starts, you clear an area of leaves and roots and
Like a fire
everything.
break.
Yeah, and California has so many laws you can't do that. So
Yeah.
what happens? It just catches fire and keeps going.
Well, if that's the damn case, good luck to them.
And that's the
Yeah.
case, yeah.
A narcissist? Huh. Oh, darn. My back is killing me. I must have slept wrong. I slept with my eyes closed. That done it.
No, we need some rain bad down here. It ain't rain hardly none here either.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Everybody else, I haven't had any rain for that. It's
Okay.
been a good while.
The first quarter was great for rain, the first couple months, but
Yeah.
the last couple have
Not
sucked.
here. It wasn't. I didn't get any
You didn't?
What is
over a month and a half, and then we
Hmm.
got a week where we had a couple rains, and then, like I
hell?
said, other places in Ohio were getting rain, and I'm sitting here. It's like it goes right around this area or something. I don't know.
Now, Northeast, I don't know the states. I want to say up in New England. I mean, damn, their streets look like a lake out there, and that's in the cities, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen where they got some flooding up there. I think it was this past weekend.
Yeah, you know, there's I saw it was on the news, morning news, local. They done an interview with a woman. She said she was trying to get in her car and couldn't open the door. The water was up so high, and I'm sitting there thinking, why in the hell would you want to open up the car door when there's water around it like that? You're gonna flood it.
Yeah.
You
Depending on how deep it is, it might be up in the motor already.
from what I've seen, it's some of them cars, the water level was at the bottom of the window. So
Oh yeah, that's hood level.
I reckon you'll be all right as long as you don't try to start it.
Mm. That's just rough though. With everything else we got going on, you got to worry about that.
Well, you got what tornadoes in the central states. You got flooding in the northeast. You got starting to have droughts down here in the south, and you got fires out in the west. All it's missing is snowstorms.
It snows in Georgia. It's over, fellas.
Now it has snowed in Georgia.
Yeah. Well, it does. Atlanta, they'll get some few flurries sometimes. Of course, North Georgia, the mountains. But in my area, if it starts snowing right here on the river, we got problems.
Now here in North Carolina, there's been at least 3 times that I know of where the storm come in off the coast and the coastline caught more snow than any other part of the state. They had to shut down a couple of the Air Force bases on the coast.
Y'all know when hurricane season officially begins?
It's done started.
It seems like it's been pretty quiet.
Right now, normally it's quiet when it starts, but within a month into it, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Maybe I don't want to jinx nobody. I'm just thinking usually by now they didn't come out with a tropical storm Bernard or something.
We've done had what 4 or 5 tropical storms already.
Okay.
And I won't say
it started June 1st and goes to November 30th.
Oh yeah, we just getting into it.
Yeah.
And I'm wanting to say they've got a tropical depression out there now.
The whole world.
Damn, they're even depressed in the tropics.
Yeah.
Dang. I love to be sitting on the beach right now somewhere.
Oh yeah, I've been watching watch this guy on YouTube. He was an engineer on on yachts and things, and hurricane came and he bought a boat that was underwater, and him and his friend got it out of the water and started repairing it, and that's his goal now, is to sell around the world on this boat. And he happened to get a real, pretty much a lemon. It's a nice boat and everything, but it has a flaw. The way it was made, it's a catamaran, I think. Yeah. And
catamaran.
Yeah. And it's the plywood, they jointed it together. There's two pieces like here, and then they have one down here, and that's all it's holding the backbone of this boat together. And it completely crushed, and they tried to blame it on the hurricane, and they're finding out that other boats have the same issue. There's a boat by the same company and everything right next to where they were building this boat, and they had to rebuild the whole thing, not this the backbone of it. I can't forget what it's called, but they put new fiberglass on it and whole boards, not just pieces like they had, and they started from scratch. They were about a year and a half building this thing to get back on the selling again. And now you get to see him going off, and he still hasn't made it across the Pacific yet. They're on there.
Couldn't do it.
Almost there to where they're going across.
For one thing, I can't swim. My ass is not going in no boat. Two is,
I would love it. You get to sit there and fish all day, and you have poles in the back of the boat while you're sailing, so you can catch lunch and dinner.
Well, now, I got no problem against fishing, but my ass ain't gonna be no 50 miles out in the damn ocean doing it.
A lot more than that. They're going across the Pacific.
Look, I can't even swim 5 miles, much less 50.
And he's a YouTuber. Stop and think about that.
So he's figuring it out as he's going along.
He has a phone that he can only go in certain areas, and he creates a hotspot, and it takes him like a day or 2 days to upload a video. I'm like, oh my God, I would go crazy. You have to anchor. Once you get a couple bars, you have to anchor right there until you upload. Oh,
shit! I would invest in a satellite phone.
Those are expensive, and they don't work everywhere.
But they work better than a regular cell phone.
There's a real famous YouTuber that had satellite, and it took 6 hours to upload a video. There. And his videos are only 25 minutes long.
Sassy Cat, I'm going to be sitting on the beach in a chair under an umbrella with 2 fishing poles in the water and some type of alcoholic beverage. If you want to join me, come on.
Hey, let's make a time and a date. That sounds like a good plan.
Oh, I'd love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love fishing. But my problem is, and I've been jumped on this, why are you throwing the fish back in? You can eat that. I'm not after the fish.
That's the only way you're going to eat.
That's different.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the way it is on those boats. That's 90% of your food comes from the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And they also go spearfishing too.
But I look at it like this. Hell, I can catch one damn tuna and it would last me from start to finish.
I like to try spear fishing. I bet that'd be a rush.
Yeah.
What? Have you ever gone bow fishing?
No, I've never been bow fishing.
Dude,
Oh,
that's an experience you really need to try. It's awesome.
Look up 402 underscore um, outdoors, I think it is.
yeah,
Um, there's eye candy, but there are fishing stuff there too.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. He's I think well, he travels all around. He's done stuff in Florida and whatnot, but um those are channels that I watch. I don't comment on them or anything. I'll just watch them on TV and whatnot because I like that, that type of stuff or the outdoor stuff. Because all the news crap there, it's just I need something else other than that. Always
watch,
watching
rinse,
that.
repeat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Now,
and it's a
me,
hell of a lot better than watching a show on TV. I mean,
yeah.
I do
Oh yeah,
watch some things on TV, but majority of the time I would rather watch a fellow YouTuber going out and doing stuff.
Well, now,
definitely.
right there in that boat with you, I watch classic cars getting rebuilt. I watch people out there building log homes to live in, from scratch, from start to finish. You know, yeah, I watch stuff like that. I love it. And like you said, this shit on TV, that's all it is. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm
and I found a difference in there's the off grid people, and then there's homesteaders and stuff, and there's a difference between watching somebody doing something and then watching somebody doing it for YouTube.
yeah.
You can tell the difference in somebody that creates something to do so they have a video for YouTube, or somebody enjoying their life doing something and just documenting it for YouTube or for themselves at a later time.
Well, see, I went and bought 2 tickets last night, hoping to become next millionaire. I wasn't even close. I got to thinking, what would I do with all that money? The
Mm,
first thing I would do is go buy me some land, have me a house built on it, plus a pond. I got to have a pond on it with,
Oh, there you go.
you know, everything else. Hell, I give the rest of it to the wife. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. You know,
as long as you can watch some Family Feud.
Damn,
yeah, that too.
sounds like me and you got the same goal with the cash, except I ain't married. I definitely want some land with a pond on it.
Well, see, it's like this. Me and Roy, we've talked, okay? And we've talked about, hell, I think everybody's talked about becoming a millionaire. And then once you become a millionaire, you're going to have relatives and friends come out of the woodwork. You
Oh,
know,
I don't care nothing about them. I didn't know you then. I don't know you now.
Well,
exactly. You got the same momentum as I said. You wasn't my friend before the money. You damn
Yeah,
sure ain't my friend now.
don't
well,
break your neck now.
there's a thing. Everybody knows who Mike Tyson is. A lot of people dislike him, but you know when he'll tell you this himself. When he went to prison, that was the best
Yeah,
thing for him. He said he had so much peace and quiet. It was
yep.
all his trigger was turned off, and he relaxed so much when he was in prison. because he's always been trained to to be beat that next person, and that little trigger that's inside of you that wants to do better than to succeed in everything. And he says, what does he say? He says something like, um, God gave him that talent to make a lot of money, and with that money made him a very bad person. And he said something like,
He'd get real emotional. He'd cry
yeah,
sometimes before his fights because he
Yeah.
knew how powerful and strong he was, and he knew that he was fixing to hurt somebody.
yeah,
But that was his job, and he was good at it.
yeah. He if he would sit there and bawl, please don't let me kill somebody. Please don't let me kill somebody, because he had that fear in him. But once he got in that ring, oh, totally
Oh,
different
man.
person. He said something. God gives you, well, God will give you things to see how you handle it. And
Right.
a lot of people don't handle it, and he didn't. He'll admit it. He didn't. It turned
Yeah,
him
them
into
people,
a
they
totally
robbed him.
different person.
Now, wasn't
And
it Mike Tyson that bit that boy's ear?
oh yeah,
Yeah, he bit Holyfields.
Yeah.
yeah. That was not the only guy that got bit though.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And everybody says it was that prison that did it to him. Prison tamed him. When he went to prison, that was like it was like a vacation for him.
Well,
But it,
now, I pray I never step inside of one. But now, in a
yeah, that's
prison,
right.
everybody kind of viewed as equals in a matter of speaking.
No,
No.
No,
no.
totally different system.
Uh,
But the guy asked Mike Tyson. He said, how did you enjoy it? Why did you enjoy it?" He said, "Because in the real world, that's where all the vultures and all the bad people." He said, "When I went to prison, everybody respected me. When I was in the free world, all the vultures that was around me, they took all my
Yeah.
money, this and that.
yeah.
He
I'm
won
right.
like 30 million in one fight, and he lost it in one night.
Hmm.
Now, wait a minute. I've not heard that part. He won 30 million, but yet he lost it. How?
Oh yeah. Eh,
When you got your when you're
Everybody
paying your
with their hands out.
towel boy $10,000 towel bill a week, you know what I mean? That type of
Yeah.
stuff adds up.
And
Oh,
his
shit.
manager was taking more than they supposed to, and you
I'm
got
surprised he didn't
trainers.
go after the managers.
Yeah, once Cuss went down, that was his last shield of protection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, now, something else that I've read, and it makes a whole heck of a lot of sense, too. A person who gets rich like that, like y'all said, vultures is going to come out of the woodworks. Not
Oh yeah,
only that, your family also just
Oh yeah.
got put in danger
oh
too.
yeah,
There
oh definitely.
that's family's worse than strangers, because you expect it from a stranger. You
Well,
don't expect it from family, and then it's like, because it hurts even more.
now see what I was talking about is you get them vultures, they're going to kidnap family members, somebody you really care about.
Jeff.
Okay, I don't give a shit. It's the damn truth.
Well,
Screw YouTube, but it's the damn truth.
Oh yeah,
You
when somebody knows when you got millions, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You've got to have bodyguards around your family members, somebody you truly care about.
You know
you
what my
hear
mom used to tell me? She said, I ain't got to worry about nobody ever taking you. If they took you, they'd bring you back. They couldn't afford the food
yeah,
bill."
Yeah, my mom's told me the same thing.
She said,
they'd
"Don't
pay
worry, they bring you back."
they'd pay me to take you back.
Yeah,
Yeah, really. But
You hear about Britney Spears getting smacked by a bodyguard?
who cares about?
Yeah,
By
she
our
went.
own bodyguard.
No, it was a bodyguard from a basketball player. I think he was a basketball player. Um,
Oh wow.
she was a fan. She went over to you know, introduce herself or whatever they do, and the bodyguard went.
Oh no!
Yep.
He's bragging about that.
He probably feels bad now. It's like, man, I just backhanded Britney Spears.
Yeah, really. And the other one saying, "I'll drink to that."
Man, I hate it for her, man. It seems like sometimes she's just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh,
As bad as I hate to say it, I kind of like Britney Spears, but I can't stand her at the same time, if that makes any sense.
It's tough when you've been doing that one thing since you're a kid and you ain't never really had a life. Then when you finally get some cash, you don't really know how to handle yourself at certain times,
Well, now, didn't Britney Spears, now, wasn't she like on a Musketeer or something like that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, her whole life, yeah.
Disney.
The second Musketeer.
Oh, I don't know.
I ain't talking about the first one.
No.
I don't think nobody really knows anybody from the original.
I do.
Yeah, we do. But you go up to a Gen Z or whatever. Hey, who was the first Musketeer? What's that? Or who was that? Yeah.
What's a musketeer?
But they can tell you who all the Kardashians are, even the fake one. And I quit eating Wheaties. I saw what it done to one of them. I won't eat another Wheatie again.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
That's a Jenner. That's not a Kardashian.
I don't think I've ever even tried Wheaties.
Well, when you're a kid and that's what your daddy liked, you kind of forced into it.
My mom would always have Raisin Bran. I still can't stand it now. I think I ate too much as a kid. I was forced to eat it.
I ate too much sugar pops when I was a kid. The reason I know now is because my bones are going snap, crackle, and pop.
Really?
And I did not know they took corn pops, sugar pops. They took it. They don't make it no more.
Which
I
one?
It's one of them they quit making.
I don't know. Everything's got marshmallows now.
Oh, they have cereal that is just marshmallows.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm thinking, wow.
no wonder everybody's got diabetes.
No wonder. I mean, eat a bowl of marshmallows for breakfast. What do you expect?
What
Hold on, let
happened?
me drink a Diet Coke.
What happened to Frankenberry, Count Chocolate?
They still have it.
I
Really?
still got them.
Yeah, Frankenberry,
I think some areas are regional, though. I don't know if they have
blueberry.
them all year. They may.
You're right. But I mean, there's a bunch of cereal now. I mean, we had back then, you don't see now.
Well, it also had a lot less of what's in it now.
Well, you didn't have as much cereal back then. It was easier to go to cereal aisle and pick what you wanted to.
Oh,
Now
it's got
you go-
smaller since the thing.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
noticed a lot of their like spices used to be really big. Now it's just a little short little area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was lucky to find mustard seed. I had to go to Walmart to get that stuff now.
It's always good to stock up on your seasoning.
well, see, the bad thing is here in this little town, we don't have no Asian store. Okay. You can't, I mean,
I love the Asian market.
yeah, I love trying to talk to
They don't have that around here.
them.
They
But
don't have one there either?
No, I got I got Walmart, Aldi's, and Bueller's. That's the grocery stores.
Oh shit, y'all would fall in
And
love down here. Shit.
Bueller's is way too expensive.
That was a health food store.
Yeah, they got all that Mr. C
No,
there.
Bueller's is not a health food place.
Oh no, wife was asking me what was that store we went to in another town.
Oh,
And that was a health food store. And I'm gonna tell you what, we walked in there just to see what they had. Man, they had right much stuff. But the problem is you had to go take a loan now to buy the food there.
yeah.
Milk, my God, I think the cheapest one at the time was almost $7 for a gallon of milk. And it wasn't, I mean, it was like
Because it's good for you.
it may be good for you, but it's also going to break you real quick too.
Have y'all ever heard of Sprouts?
I've heard of it.
But a store called Sprouts.
It's a store called Sprouts, and it's kind of they mainly focus more on like all natural, like organic stuff. I don't really shop in there because one day I was walking through, like you said, just looking what they had, and I noticed, dude, they didn't even have a can of bacon bits in this store. I said, man, something's definitely off. But I do go there sometimes because they actually have a butcher and they've got a really good meat selection, and their meat selection prices are pretty good, you know, especially for the quality. But I won't do any regular shopping in there.
Well, I reckon a health store. Okay, I'll put it like that. It's got good things in there, you know, at reasonable prices.
Organic.
Yeah, but the biggest part of it, it's going to be expensive. You know, working people can't really afford it. But
That's the way it's meant to be.
look,
that unhealthy stuff.
Wait a minute, hold on before you get
junk
started.
Food is much more. They make it cheaper, so you come back.
Well,
That's
what
the
it is,
drug dealer type. Thing.
Well, now what it is like this right here, and I started making a joke about it quite a few years ago. You can go to McDonald's. You can get dollar menu and walk away with what? Less than $5. Now I see
It's been a long time since you've been at McDonald's, Jeff.
Look, yeah, I know they don't have it now, but wait till I finish with the story. I said years ago, okay? Now, at the same time, you go buy a salad, you're going to pay about at least $7 for a salad. And they wondering why people are so fat. Look at the prices on the health food. You got a person that, you know, ain't got that much money, but yet he's hungry. You know, he's going to go get him a dollar hamburger, $1 fry, and $1 drink. He can't afford $7 for a salad or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
Wow,
I took damn thing. There it is.
Man, look at those prices. What year was this?
In the 80s.
God, man.
Yeah. Good old days.
You could feed a family off $2. Maybe not, but you know.
This was when it wasn't that bad either.
Well, fish fillet. Now, McDonald's used to have a damn good fish fillet before they changed the ingredients and not put fish in it.
Well, same thing with the chicken nuggets, too.
That's when their menu was simple.
Yeah, exactly. A quarter pounder, 70 cents. What is that? That's with cheese. The regular quarter pounder, 60. A Big Mac, good God, 65 cents. Shit, go order a Big Mac now. You paying $5 or $6 for one.
It's $1.30 with cheese.
Damn. I wish he'd bring that back.
That's crazy.
Long gone. Long gone.
Hey, wait a minute. Did they have an ice cream machine back then?
Yeah.
And it worked. How
Damn.
about that?
They
What,
don't
a
need
double quarter pounder for 70 cents?
Yeah, with cheese.
Dang. Man. I haven't ate
Shit.
McDonald's in years, but my mouth started watering. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
What was it?
They're
6 months
nice,
ago, I got the craving for just a regular cheeseburger from
Yeah.
McDonald's. Okay. I mean, what? Come on. I figured what? $2. I ordered two of them with a small fry and a medium tea. Ended up getting that damn thing was almost $10. And I asked him, I said,
Damn.
why so much? He said, taxes on it. And I said, y'all full of shit.
you
Damn.
see there's Coca-Cola, root beer, and orangeade. That was a
Root
drink.
beer.
Yep.
They even make orangeade anymore?
No.
Nope.
Hey,
Remember Mr. Kib?
simple menu.
Triple ripple ice cream.
Mellow Yellow. Right.
It's like the place over there right across the river in South Carolina. It's called the Belvedere Pool billiard hall, and their menu is real basic: cheeseburger, hamburger, hot dog, fries.
Corn dog.
But it's the best. They make the best burgers and the best dogs because that's all they got to focus on.
Hey, that's it. Get a restaurant that's got a simple menu and you're going to have good food. You go to a restaurant that's got about 30 different things on the menu. Shit.
Depending on what kind of restaurant it is.
Well,
yeah, for everybody talking about 101 going live, I just checked and he's not going live.
he told me, I think it was yesterday. Well, matter of fact, it may have been when he went live. He said he's probably going to go live this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So,
Yeah, needs a little rest.
he
needs to
does.
get out of his own head. That's all there is to it. He needs to go find something to do
Oh yeah.
instead of,
It's just
your problem's going to still be there. Just
well,
a
he
lot
got
of stuff come to head at the same time.
well, he got burned out on something. He went down a rabbit hole. That damn near ruined him. I'm not saying what it is. Okay. And ever since then, he's not really been the same. And if I went down the same rabbit hole he did, I'd probably be in a nut house.
No
Well,
offense, Peanut.
you're a lot bigger than he is, so you'd probably get stuck.
Yeah.
That'd have to be one hell of a rabbit hole for me to go down. That's all I got.
Man, yeah. Ooh.
Damn, I wish he was in the room up on panel so I could talk shit. I'm not crazy about talking junk like that unless the person can defend herself.
It's the summertime. People always get a little bit more irritable or uneased when it's hot.
Well, back, 25, 30 years ago, give or take, when summer rolled around, you knew it was going to be a lot of shootings and stuff like that because you had the heat and then you had people drinking alcohol. And to mix them two, it never was a pretty sight back during the summertime.
It shouldn't be that way, though. We should be able to find a good balance. But there's a lot of obstacles and stuff like that.
Well, back in the day, damn, I'm talking like I'm old as shit. But back in the day, I had my run. Don't get me wrong. I had my run. But
I believe it.
But now at my age, if I drink, I want just enough to get a light buzz. That's it. Once I hit that,
Yeah. If I
I
do, I'm
don't
the same
like
way.
nothing else.
I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like the
And
feeling.
I'm staying at home. I'm not going out, because the chances are you're liable to end up in a wreck and it turned out wrong. I couldn't live with that.
You don't know what somebody else would do these days, you know?
Exactly. And to be out on the weekends or a holiday like New Year's Eve or something like that, you don't know how that other person is that's driving that vehicle. He or she, I'm not being prejudiced here, but he or she could have had enough in their system where they can't walk, but yet they drive it. And I'll admit, yeah, I was there when I was 16, 17 years old, 18. But I think what changed me is my youngins. That's what changed me big time. And my wife, she told me she's going to divorce me if I didn't slack up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you got somebody else depending on you for sure.
Yeah.
See, the only time I ever go out is when I go out and shoot pool, but I don't never drink. I sit over there and shoot on my table and sip on some sweet tea.
Damn, they got pool tables down there. Where you at?
Oh, shoot, yeah. Bunch of them. I love shooting pool.
Man, I used to. I really did. Around here, you can't find one.
They don't have them around here because too many fights.
Exactly.
Not allowed to have them weapons.
We got they got several pool leagues here in the area. I've been thinking about getting into one. Getting back
Damn,
into it.
maybe I need to move down there where you at.
Come on.
Get back into it. But I hate humidity and I hate heat.
Oh, yeah.
And we definitely have an hour share here. But where you're at, right there on the water or damn near on the water, shit, that's worse.
Yeah, I think it was like 87% humidity today. Which is going to get a lot worse, but
Yeah.
That's the difference maker.
It's cooled down now. It's 82 with 92% humidity.
See what yours humidity's higher than mine.
Yeah. It's because we didn't get that rain that was supposed to come through.
It says it's currently 88 degrees and feels like 96.
Damn. Give me the 88. Y'all take the 96. I love spring and I love fall. Plain simple. I like it when the daytime temperatures are around 70 degrees and you kind of have to have a quilt, at nighttime. Yeah, I can deal with that. That's my type of weather.
Yeah, anytime the nighttime is about in the 70s, yeah, that's usually a good weather.
Yeah.
You can come outside and breathe.
Oh God, yes. Now
when I said it's 9 here and it's still 88 degrees.
Now when I worked on the road and everything like that, man, we begged for nighttime work during the summertime because we working with asphalt.
Ooh.
And I loved it nighttime, but come daytime, you damn near died during the day.
Well, I imagine that stuff's got to be hot.
Oh, it is. And, you messing with asphalt and so forth like that, it adds what? That asphalt's got to be, 200 some degrees coming off that truck. Now, I may be wrong with that. But yet
Yeah.
you walk away from that asphalt and you're still on the road and it's 90 degrees. It's like you just walked into an air conditioned room when you walk away from that asphalt.
Oh, I bet. When you said you worked on the road, you literally worked on the road.
Yeah. Now, the best job I ever had is when I drove dump trucks and I hauled asphalt. Believe it or not. That was the best job I had. I loved that job.
You have got a water truck.
Yeah, and I've driven water trucks. And that's a whole new experience for people who ain't never drove liquid. But mainly, when you hauling asphalt and dump truck, biggest part is you park on the side of the road and you wait till you call. It could be 2 hours, it could be 8 hours later. You know. And as long as my air conditioning worked in my truck, I did not care. You right, Grace.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. Is everybody froze up? It got quiet. Or is it that I'm just talking too damn much?
I was just talking for like 10 seconds and realized my mic was muted. But I don't know about in y'all's area, but it seems like here it's becoming a thing. They're repurposing, tearing up like old lots or whatever, and I guess remixing it
Yeah,
into new asphalt.
millions.
I said, well, hell, they should have been doing that all along. That seemed like the better way to go.
Well, what gets me is this right here. When they're working on the road, and then when they get through, you see where they just filled the cracks up with asphalt. That's it. And then you drive on that road, and it's like you're seeing doubles. It is tore up so damn bad. You know.
That's like putting duct tape on a family photo.
Hard
hold it.
bus.
Yeah. Or somebody, a company, a business will pay somebody a bunch of money and they'll come in and they'll put that little spray on and it looks good for maybe the first couple of weeks, but after a while it looks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know it's a cheaper fix, but still, yeah, that roll-on stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's cheaper, but still.
Well, see, the county's got so much money they have to spend. If they don't spend it, then I think the next year they won't get as much money. You know.
Oh yeah, they got to spend it up.
Yeah. You know, it. To me, if you done fixed all the roads, which had never happened, I don't care where you live at. But if you do, give it to a county who does need it. You know, like that. Now, where I'm living at, hell, they going through the towns. I mean, that's new asphalt laid down and everything. I mean, them roads are good.
Supposedly.
But you give it another 5 years after all the big trucks has done lock brakes up and so forth like that, there's going to be bad ridges in there. It's going to be like a washboard at the traffic lights.
It's like everything else we deal with, the process and the methodology they use to make the stuff now, it don't last as long as it did.
No, it don't.
It costs more, but it doesn't last as long and it's not as good. So that's a good motto, I guess.
Well, see, you think about it, okay? If it lasts as good as it used to, there wouldn't be that many jobs out there.
Oh, yeah. It's all a numbers game.
Yeah, it is. And
Arizona, they don't have asphalt.
What do they have?
Cement. You can't have asphalt in 120 degrees, your tires
Yeah.
go straight through.
I'll give you that.
Hmm.
Now it
Think
has
about
been
that.
so hot here in North Carolina that they were advising people to travel at night because the tires was melting on the road.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That now you can't have the concrete out east because when the water goes through and it freezes, it disintegrates.
Right.
concrete.
It expands.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's different chemicals for different regions. Like I don't think our asphalt would or our concrete would be made up the same way as it would be out in Arizona.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, different. Yeah, different fiber. Yeah.
Yeah. But the scariest thing about hauling asphalt, trust me when I say this, when a truck pulls up underneath it to get loaded up, those bins have exploded. And the person sitting inside the truck getting loaded, they're not here no more. On account of that. And don't think you're going to jump out of the truck fast enough to run, because you're not. And I have been in plants right before they've exploded. It could have been me sitting up underneath that plant, that thing when it blew. But shit happens. You deal with it. You know the consequences before you take on that job. But it pays good too.
And when you say blew up, you mean like the hopper that loads the asphalt?
Yeah, what is holding the asphalt in? Okay.
I got you.
What the truck does, it'll pull up, and depending how much you get in that truck, the first drop would be right there at the cab, just in the bed.
Yeah.
And then you'll pull up. The second drop will be toward the back of it. Then you'll back the truck up a little bit, and they'll put a third drop in there, which will go in between it, like that. Now, sometimes all this is computer operated, okay?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes those computers mess up. The doors don't shut like they're supposed to, or they get stuck open or whatever, and that's it. You're toast. And if there is anybody out there who has done this, they know what I'm talking about. They can vouch for me on that. It's scary, but yet you do it for the money. You love it. That's like being an electrician. You know what the dangers are, but yet you do it for the money and you love the job. It is 9:15. I did not realize it'd be that late.
Didn't realize I was muted again. I was babbling by myself.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Dang.
I'll sit there and I'll argue with myself. My wife will ask me who's winning, and I say the other person.
Dang. But yeah, main thing with electrical is just being around people that know what's going on and respect it.
Yeah.
You can be calm, cool, and collected, but somebody beside you get to acting up.
Well, now correct me on this right here, Watt. And I've heard my son talk about it. Now he works for a power company. He's a
A lineman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good job.
But He said before that, these little green boxes that sit on the side of the road.
Transformers.
Transformers, yeah.
He said that job right there is one of the most dangerous jobs. He said because
Oh, yeah.
on the other end, you don't know how they got that wired up. He said, and that's where your own meter becomes your best friend. He said,
Oh, yeah.
You could hook up the wire wrong, and that's it.
Jeff.
Yep.
So, what you got, Bushcraft? You got a picture. How many more times have I got to click this thing?
I know there's a big demand for linemen here. Oh, man, walking a line.
Putt.
Oh, yeah.
See that shit?
Yeah.
You see where we at?
Yeah.
We're on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the shits. Look.
Oh, we didn't like that one.
Dude, if I'm standing in line.
Always jiggle that thing.
Yeah, always check it. Even the gas ones, gas pumps.
Yeah.
If I'm in line and I catch something like that, I'm going to rip it all to hell. I'm sorry.
Now, how long that operation had been going on before they found out.
Yeah, but the clerk back there, the way he looked and everything, I wouldn't be scared to say he knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But you lose $100 bill, you notice it quick. But if you lose a nickel every day or every couple of days, you don't notice it as much.
You're right. You're exactly right. Oh, and I'm going to say this right here. I've noticed this on 2 or 3 of my bank statements. People has been taking out about $9 a month for something I have not subscribed to. And I called the company up, and they said what they do is you give me your bank card, and we'll put the money back on there, make sure it don't happen. I told that woman, I said, look, you got my bank card to take it off. You can go back through and look at it. I'm not giving you numbers off of my bank card.
Exactly.
She said, well, that's the only way it can be done. I said, bullshit. As soon as I got off the phone with her, I called up my bank and told them what was going on. It hadn't happened since.
You think about it, they took $9 a month from you. Let's just say $100 a year. You figure if they do that to 1 million people, 1 million times 100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These people are rolling in dough.
Mm-hmm.
Off the nickel a day scam.
Well, see, that's before I started noticing it. Now, who's to say, they done it about 2 months before that and didn't do it, or they done it 6 months ago and I didn't catch it.
Yep.
And
there's a worm. That's what they call it. It's a virus that will take pennies from every transaction that goes through certain banks.
Mm-hmm.
And they make millions and millions of dollars just from a penny that's taken from every account. And nobody catches it until, somebody accidentally comes across this and say, wow, that's the same transaction as this one. And then they start tracking it and, this is happening millions times a day. And some of these go years and years and nobody ever finds it.
Yeah.
You start out with a penny and double it every day for a month, you'll be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just every day it doubles.
Well, now I got 3 or 4 transactions that get taken off of my bank. Okay. And it's got to the point now, and I'm not going to get deeply into it, but I take all the money out of my account. And then when I see that certain companies have tried but failed, I'll put the money in that and I'll update my card, and bam, it gets taken out. You know, like that right there. Now I know I can change my cards and everything, matter of fact, but it takes about once you do that, they kill your card right there on the spot, and it takes about 7 days when you do that till you get your card. You got no control, you know. But then again, nobody's taking nothing out of your account either until you give them certain numbers.
Yeah.
And I have thought about doing that again. But damn, this will be like the 5th time I've done changed my card. And since I've been with this bank, I've been with this bank over 10 years. And I've never been with let me say it's not a bank, it is a credit union. Okay. I mean, I've never been with one that long. That's how much I liked this credit union.
That's why I don't like you'll notice on Facebook they'll have these little games that you play. Um, what's your birthday and what's your mom's maiden name and all these questions, and people are dumb enough to answer these questions, and I'm like, why are you doing that? You're giving them the the secret words that you use to get your accounts and stuff like that. And this is fun.
Yeah.
What was your first pet's name? And people will put it down there, and I'm like, these are secret questions that banks and websites tell you
not to go on.
That they'll give you multiple questions, and they'll say what's your first pet you ever had, and you'll say, oh, so and so. What's your mom's maiden name? And that's the security questions to get your account back. And people, they don't think about, this is a fun game on Facebook. No, it's to steal your identity.
Now, I will admit, when that first started quite a few years back, I fell for it. Okay. And it wasn't right there at the time, but later on, shit started happening, and I changed banks. I thought it was the bank's fault. It wasn't the bank's fault. It's my fault for playing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it took a while. I reckon with age, you start learning shit real quick. Now, on my cell phone, I had a call come in the other day. It said on the caller ID, it said Jamaica. I went bullshit. I didn't even answer it.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have answered it just to see what they had to say.
Oh yeah,
I have done that. I really have.
If they don't sound Jamaican, I'm hanging up.
Well, once you answer that phone for them, they will not leave you alone.
Oh shoot, I got the red button feature on mine.
The majority of my space is from blocked numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I see that's what I block them too. So they got to do a whole nother number.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are in a business. Hell, they probably got 200 or 300 people in there doing the exact same thing with different numbers.
And if people didn't fall for it, they wouldn't have a job. So obviously somebody's falling for it somewhere.
Oh, they are.
There's a lot of people fall for that.
I'm not going to have 300 employees and not make money.
True, because you got to pay those employees too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's where it's the majority of it is in India
Yeah,
because they pay them next to
lower
nothing
rate.
and they like it that way.
Yeah. But still, that's money coming out of their pockets. They got to pay somebody that's not going in their pocket, you know. And if you got a business, that's what you want to do is make as much money as you possibly can. So I'm gonna call it quits here in another 4 minutes at 9:30. Is
Went on.
anybody going live tonight, Bushcraft?
Who?
Is anybody going live tonight?
David is, isn't he?
Yeah, David's going live at 10:05 Eastern
10:05.
Standard Time.
Is 10 going live tonight?
No, it's Thursday.
Okay. Now I want to apologize because I got up on 10s last night and there was a person talking. And I did not catch who it was. But I asked, was it a he, she, or it? And I was told it was an it. And then after I looked at it good, it was the it from the Bud Light commercial.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that video. I thought you were talking about on the panel.
I was going to say, Jeff, it was
Say
me.
no, Mr. Boswell. No.
Sometimes he freezes in a weird way, but
He's a good guy.
now Craig, he's been known to put dresses on sometimes, but
Yeah, he has. In wigs. I've seen him in a couple of wigs.
But yeah, I know the guy. Yeah, she played the video from the guy.
Maldini or whoever it is.
Dilly.
Yeah, as Craig says, dilly.
I say it's a dilly dally.
I'm going to say it's a
But it's weird. Remember a couple years ago, Bud had that campaign where like they were in medieval times and they were saying dilly.
Dilly.
You know what? Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember
And
that.
now they got this particular person called Dilly. I
Yeah.
thought that's kind of weird. I know they're probably not connected, but it sounds weird. Like they were pushing it before they were pushing it.
Yeah.
That's by the way, there was Blackhawks flying over. I can hear them.
But you know,
you can hear the
I know Ken lives on the West Coast. Her time is what, 3-4 hours difference. So it may be 9 o'clock her time, but it's 12 o'clock here. That's too late for me. Hell, I done got old now. You know, I don't stay up late like I used to, unless I have a real good nap.
You must have had a good one before you came on. You went for almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Man, I need one of your naps.
But normally my naps is about an hour and a half, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and there's been times my wife has even asked, did you take a nap? You know.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
What the hell was that damn commercial?
Snickers.
Yeah.
Calm down, Betty White. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Yeah, really. Now, I ate a candy bar tonight. I ain't eaten a long time. That was a zero.
Damn, I didn't know they still made them things.
Yeah. The only reason I ate it tonight because they ain't loaded with nuts like they used to be. Payday, oh my God, I love Payday candy bars, but I can't eat them. I got to put them in the blender to eat them.
They got the chocolate covered paydays I seen. Well, I know they've been out for a while, but I seen them somewhere the other day.
Reese bars, okay? You know, they got the white Reese bars. Them things are good. I like those.
The white chocolate ones.
Yes. I'm not
If I-
trying to. I'm not trying to sound like I'm prejudiced, but I like the white and chocolate Reese's.
If I do have candy, which is very rare, my probably go-to would be probably a Reese's.
Do you know before I was diagnosed as having high blood pressure, I very seldom ate candy. And I noticed before I was diagnosed, I was eating a little bit more candy.
You talking about diabetic?
Yeah, being a diabetic. But I can't get. I got to have something sweet every day, whether it be a Hershey Kiss, a
That's what
candy.
Dixie's for.
There you go.
Bushcraft, you a asshole. She bites. Oh, she looking at me. I don't like that look.
Bong.
Yeah. Now I love the Three Musketeers bar, and I used to not love
I don't like most of the candy nowadays. Of course, there's a good reason why not to like it now.
them. What's not chocolate?
Chocolate.
Everything.
The
Chocolate's
candy bars
not
are not
chocolate.
chocolate anymore.
Well, they say dark chocolate is supposed to be better for you. That to me, for me, that's bullshit. Because every time I eat dark chocolate, I get a pounded headache.
Hmm.
It's the caffeine in it because
It's real rich.
it's real chocolate.
What do they
First of
call
all.
it? The cacao percentage.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. The higher the cacao percentage, the stronger it's going to be.
Yeah. It's almost like drinking coffee.
Damn.
Yeah.
Starbucks coffee, you mean, for me. What country is it that's well known for their chocolate?
Belgium.
Switzerland or
Switzerland.
Belgium.
It may be Switzerland I'm thinking about. Now, I would love to get me some chocolate bars from there
Yeah,
because
that's real chocolate.
everybody says that's the best chocolate that you'll ever eat.
Yeah,
Is
because
from
the
there.
candy bars you get nowadays are not chocolate anymore because it's all chemical. It's not milk in there, and it's bioengineered ingredients on top of it.
Whitney.
It's a shame you can't get a chocolate bar anymore.
Well, here in the United States, I don't care what you eat, it's not what you think unless you grow it yourself.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah.
I know
You
what
know-
all is in these pickles.
Yeah.
What else did you put in there besides pickles? You said peppers, some sweet
Yeah.
peppers.
Onion.
Onions,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
celery,
Okay.
seed,
yeah.
mustard seed, sugar, apple cider vinegar.
I haven't seen mustard seed in God knows how long.
Hey, how long after your dill plants? I got a couple dill plants that's already done flowered and went to seed. How long after they go to seed can you harvest the seeds?
I don't know. You should be able to see because they'll flop over.
Yeah.
Because I've got some that I haven't. I kind of let the whole thing go to seed from
Yeah.
the year
I got
before.
4 or 5 plants laying on the ground. I
And
just cut them. I don't use them. I don't know what to use them for.
what deal?
Yeah.
Fish?
Oh, that's a good herb.
100
They're good on
plants.
fish, potatoes, making pickles.
Now you let them dry out, correct?
Well, it depends. You don't know. You could just the little furry part at the top.
Yeah.
You just grab that and you chop it up and put it on your fish.
See if I can't show you right quick. Hold on.
Yeah, mine is like 4 feet tall.
Mine out here is about as tall as I am. And they laying on the ground now. Shit, let me pull some up by the root and I'll mail them to you.
Already got some. I've got a whole bed full. That oregano, chives. The garlic chives come up every year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about ready to harvest those. Yeah,
Yeah, got a bunch.
wait until it starts flopping
I
because
got you.
they'll start drooping, and that's when.
Well, hey,
These things,
what?
these
Show
things are
below that.
taller than I am.
Show
they
below
grow.
that.
They grow
Oh,
huge.
hold on. What's that?
Well, see what I got. I can't do it because I'm on my laptop.
See,
What
this is what you got right here.
yes, that's what I got. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I done harvested and dried out a bunch of it already.
yeah.
It's still producing. But yeah, all this up top, those that don't went to seed.
So that is seed right there.
Yeah.
I damn sure don't need no more. I'm trying to get rid of some of what I got.
That's what plants do, though.
Well, I know that, but now I do love the smell of it. I'll get close to it. Just reach down there a little bit, and kind of shake it or whatever. A few seconds later, there's a good aroma back there.
Oh yeah, I love the smell of dill.
Yeah.
I got me a couple jars dried out. I still got some to harvest on those couple. I gave my mom a few jars, so
Yeah.
a couple plants I did, they were pretty productive.
Now look, yeah, I'm sounding stupid. I'm asking questions.
You can use the seeds for pickling too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, now, can you dehydrate it and save it, or do you just let it dry out?
I don't dehydrate herbs. I don't know why. There's people that do. I'm not saying, but I feel it's better if you just tie a string around it, hang it in your kitchen, and let it dry out by itself.
That's what I do.
Because when you use heat to do it, you lose so much stuff from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you're cooking it.
Well, it makes sense. Hello, Chris Pratt.
And I just rather get a bunch of it and tie a string around it and hang it up and just let it dry out. And then it's sitting right there. It doesn't go anywhere.
And it'll make your kitchen smell good too.
Got a bunch of lavender growing. I love the smell of lavender.
I don't like lavender. Reminds me of wet toilet paper.
Nobody likes that.
Depends.
You ever go to the grocery store and there's a little old lady and she put on way too much perfume, and you can
God,
you can follow her through the store, through the aisles. You what's that smell? And then you find her and it's like, oh my God. And that's what lavender means to me.
Have you ever been in a grocery store and it smells like a skunk in there? And come to find out, somebody put perfume on with a air sprayer. My God. I don't mind a little bit of perfume.
That's not loud perfume.
But don't put a whole damn bottle on it. Don't take a bath in it.
The guys are just as bad with that aftershave when they pour it and you can see it in their hand.
Yeah.
And it burns your eyes when you're next to them. It's like, how much cologne did you put on?
I put just a little bit on. What, too much?
It ain't something I wear every day because, of course, I'm working and sweating. But if I go out sometimes or out and about, I put a few dabs or something on. But yeah, definitely not that much.
Especially with you probably attract bugs with cologne out there in the woods.
Oh yeah, you don't want to have that stuff on, unless you're going in the AC with somebody.
Well, now let me break it down right quick, okay? If you're going on a camping trip, that's the last damn thing you want to put on.
Oh,
There's
you're right.
and deodorant, because you liable to get somebody in there who wants to sleep with you that night.
Not willingly.
Yeah, well.
Mosquitoes, boy. Mm.
All right, hold on. I've got something to say real quick.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I'm not going to drop no names or nothing like that. But please, on this channel, do not mention nothing about personal stuff. I'm not crazy about that. Okay. I mean, I'll ban you from the channel.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like that. So please. Okay.
I feel like I've opened up and been kind of personal sometimes, man. What's up?
Yeah. Don't even go there, what?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, there's too many weird people out there. You don't want to give them information that they can find no personal things about you to where they can track you down.
Right. You know, I mean, I got my face hidden for a purpose. Okay. I'm not going to get into it. And after something happened a while back ago, 90% of the people keep their face hidden just for certain purposes.
Now you're shaming me because I got my cam off.
Now, once in the blue moon, I'll show my ugly mug up on here. You know, but I don't want to freak nobody out tonight.
Yeah, that's my mentality. I don't want to scare away somebody else's viewers, man.
Right. You know, I don't want to scare my own viewers off. You know, I mean, it's too close to bedtime. Some of them liable to have nightmares.
Yeah, we don't want to be responsible for that.
Now, I sure don't, you know. So, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut it. Shit, I've gone about 13 minutes over when I said I was going to cut it last time.
Mhm.
I got medicine I got to take, and I got to refill my half-gallon tea jug here, my glass. I'm about out. There ain't no ice sinking in it. So, are you going live tomorrow night, Bushcraft?
Should be, yeah.
Okay. What, 7 o'clock?
7 or 8. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. And then are you going to be live Monday?
Yeah, more than likely. I got somebody from Hawaii that wants me to do an interview with him. It's just the time difference is way different than just the West Coast. It's Hawaii.
What, that's 7 hours?
And he's wanting to do 7 o'clock in the morning his time.
Damn.
Which I think is 1 o'clock my time.
What, AM or PM?
AM. AM for him, PM for me.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sure my ass is in the bed asleep. Hopefully.
At 1 o'clock?
Yeah, at 1 a.m. Yes.
No, 1 p.m.
I asked you AM or PM.
I said AM for him, PM for me.
I didn't hear the PM.
Yeah, AM for him, PM for me.
Okay. Well, now that could be arranged. So.
Yeah, but at 1 o'clock, I don't know how well that would go. And I'm like,
wait for a rainy day.
And and every day he wants to do it is days I already have alive, like Monday and Thursday and Sunday and stuff. I don't know.
Time zones, man, they mess us up every time.
Don't they do? So, okay. And with that being said, I'm going to call it quits for the night, and we'll see you tomorrow night on your channel, Bushcraft. So everybody stay safe, be good, or be good at it. Bye.
All right, everybody.